people just battle. They make teams and what? There's a lot of shit that goes into the Pokemon like battling. It's not just a kids game. There's a lot of strategy that goes into it. A lot of math.
Yeah.
And there are tryhards in that fucking community too. And they will, these people that drive trains past my house. Is the stream started yet?
Yeah, the stream started. I'm gonna make a drink. You just talk, I guess, while I'm making a drink.
Alright. I'm staying sober, because one of us needs to be. So essentially, these people that are like 16 to 30-year-olds, I've even seen some 30-year-olds in the Pokemon community, they will put together the most overpowered team they can within the guidelines of the rules that they all fucking follow. And they will take up the challenge of a 12-year-old little kid that's just trying to have fun in the community, beat him, and then record it and slander him because he's not good at the game. Of course not. He's a fucking child. What's he gonna do? He doesn't know about strategy in that fucking game. He's just trying to earthquake and flamethrower everything to death. And that's the mindset most of the gaming community has these days. Everybody's gotta be a tryhard. Everybody's gotta play like the biggest pussy you've ever seen. And then act like they're good, because oftentimes in these games, they'll take advantage of exploits. They'll take advantage of, like on Fortnite, double pumping, where you shoot a shotgun and then switch to the other real quick. Double pumping was an exploit. So was turbo farming. All that shit's an exploit, and then when fucking Epic Games patches it, the community has an uproar. You patched the glitch I was abusing! It's annoying. It's bullshit.
Yellow?
Hey.
What did you talk about?
I was talking about... I'll just recap.
Alright.
You know, I was saying that in the Pokemon community, Pokemon games, there's a lot of shit that goes into it. It's not just a children's game. There's a lot of math and all that.
Yeah.
Essentially, you'll get these people. I used to play in the Pokemon community when I was like 14, so I was a youngster. And you get these people that are like 16 to their mid or late 30s that will put together the most overpowered shit that they can within the guidelines of the rules that all those retards follow. And they will battle somebody like me, a 12-year-old or a 14-year-old. They'll battle a kid, beat him, because his team is just a bunch of random Pokemon that he likes, beat him with a fucking overpowered team, and then record it and slander him in front of thousands of people, and call the kid a retard and a stupid fuck because he didn't use some kind of OP strategy to win. Those are the same kind of people that are in all these other communities. These idiots.
Yeah, the people that'll use overpowered shit and then talk shit thinking they're skilled.
Oh man, you certainly taught me something, bud. You taught me that I don't want to be part of this community.
I think
started to improve my battling,
yeah.
but all the people that were shit talking me didn't want to fight me again after I got better. They didn't even give me a chance. They're just like, ah, you're trash. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's why you live in your mom's basement playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Like the games themselves, like the company, their main focus is money. Like it's not about... Go on.
Not to interrupt you, but let's use Fortnite as an example. Biggest game of all time. And you knew what double pumping was. You took a pump shotgun, you took another pump shotgun, you shot it, and then in quick succession switch to the other one and shoot it.
Yeah.
Pump shotgun back then and currently, if you do that with 2-shot pumps, has the potential to fucking 2-tap you. Like, it doesn't matter how much shield you have, how much health you have. You could be full 200 on both, and it will 2-shot you instantly. And Epic Games patched that. They made it so that's not a thing anymore. They're like, okay, this is not good. We're getting rid of it. Instead of understanding that that was an exploit that Epic Games did not want to happen, instead of understanding that, we now have people like 5 months later still bitching and complaining to Epic every time they post on Twitter in the comments of the post, bring back double pump. Bring back double pump. You're catering to noobs. In my opinion, if you have to use an exploit like double pumping or turbo farming or any exploit that's been on that game or any game, yeah, you are a fucking noob if you need it to beat people. That double pumping, every second person you would run into would be running it. And it made both other shotguns, the tactical and the heavy, we didn't have the new one in the game at the time. It was just those two in the pump.
Yeah.
It made the other two shotguns completely unviable.
Okay.
Made them completely useless.
Fortnite is still an unfinished game. It's still in open beta. After, let's see, it's been a year and a month now?
Oh yeah. And these people think that they're good because they can exploit a free game that's been in beta since launch.
Let's talk about the Fortnite community for a while. They're so fucking annoying because the Fortnite community, if you don't have a skin,
you're trash.
Yeah, you're trash or a freeloader. If you do have a skin, you're like everybody else. But if Epic Games brings back a skin that's been brought back 50 times already, like the Raven skin, everybody's gonna bitch and complain about how it will never be rare when it's a game. Nothing is rare in a game.
Nothing's rare unless it's intended to be rare.
Yeah.
For example, let's look at GTA for a brief second. There was a library that they recently released if you got on the Rockstar mailing list.
Yeah.
That there was a couple libraries that some of the new cars and some of the old cars could get if you were on the mailing list. That's a rare item because it's only for the people on the mailing list.
Heck, all the fucking discounts, if you're a special GTA player, which switches up every week, awesome, you can run it over with a terrorism. Anyways, if you get this, thing a week, it gives you special discounts. That's rare because it's only selected to a few people.
Exactly. If it's intended to be rare, they will let you know. Epic Games, so the recent controversy, it's not about the Raven, like yeah, people were saying that, but the big one was when they brought the Red Knight back a couple seasons ago.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Everybody and their mom was bitching and crying because
they brought the skin back. It's supposed to be for OG players.
First of all, how OG are you if you only started playing like 8 months ago. That's not that long. Now let's look at something that could be considered OG. I started playing GTA 5 in 2013, GTA Online.
Yeah.
I'm what you could consider an OG because the game is five or 6 years old now.
5 years.
Fortnite's 1 year old, 1 year and a month, year old. They could bring back a skin from a year ago. You're not OG because you bought it a year ago. You're not. Who cares?
You see, I played GTA when it fucking first came out as well. So we know what real OGs are.
Yeah, I mean, Colin and I remember things that were in the game that are not in the game any longer. That new players would be like, "What? What's that?" That's what an OG player is.
Yeah. Like when
I invited you to my lobby, by the way, so you don't get killed by faggots with terabytes.
Yeah, I'm in it. Like when the Beach Bum DLC, the very first DLC was free. Only OG players remember that.
The Red Knight skin was a skin that it's really, I don't really like it, but it's kind of cool looking. A lot of people like it. And a whole bunch of people that weren't on the game at the time, or didn't have the money at the time, really wanted that skin because it's from Season 2. It's a older skin. It's not OG because the game's only a fucking year old.
Yeah.
But whatever. A bunch of people were commenting saying, "Hey Epic, please bring back the Red Knight skin. I'd like to buy it." Every time somebody would comment, "Please bring back an old skin," they give a name of the skin. They talk about the punk rock chick, Red Knight, the dude with the yellow ski mask, a couple, I don't know the names of a lot of these skins, Skull Trooper, Ghoul Trooper. A lot of these old skins, people would say, "Hey, bring it back. I didn't get the chance to buy it when it was out." And then you get all these freaking people, these mongoloids living in their mom's basement that will reply to these people,
"Oh, you should have played the game back then. Oh, you shouldn't have been a broke bitch back then. Oh, you should have blah, 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 blah."
Like, they get so mad. They're so attached. Oh, I didn't mean to lock onto you. They're so attached to a skin in a freaking game that they don't want anybody else to own it. They don't want anybody else to enjoy it. You think Epic Games made the skin just so like a couple people could own it? No, they made it to make money.
It's like you didn't have PlayStation Plus, but I did. So I got on the guest list for GTA 5, and you did. And if lots of people didn't get on the guest list, and Rockstar had a change of heart and brought it back, it's like them saying, "Oh, you should have gotten on," when you couldn't even get PlayStation Plus.
Exactly, that's not my fault. And the thing is, I don't really care about the guest list. It's whatever to me. I don't care. But some people might care.
The only reason why I cared was because of the free liveries and the money. That's about it.
Yeah. I would have done it just because of the money, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
But this is we're getting off topic. Point is, you get these people that think because they played a game a little bit longer that they have some rights, that they are obligated to something from the company. The company serves them, and that's true. The company does serve the company does serve the customer, but
to a certain extent.
To a certain extent, and they don't have to. If they want to bring back an old skin, they should be able to do that without getting screamed at by a bunch of man babies in their mom's basement.
Exactly. It's either man babies or 11-year-olds.
11-year-olds that definitely use their mom's credit card.
Yeah. Let's talk about like something that's never really brought up. The fact that you have to download games now, no matter if it's a disc or you got it through the PlayStation Store.
if you guys remember, back in the PS2 days, I'm from New Jersey now, but back in the PS2 days, back in the Xbox original days, and back in the Nintendo 64 days, which one? I think you were on the 64, right?
Yeah.
I was on the PS2.
I started
back
on
then.
Nintendo 64, went to GameCube, Game Boy, Nintendo DS, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Wii, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4.
Excluding the PS3, 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and probably the Wii U, or Nintendo Switch, whatever. I've never played. The only one of the new consoles that I've ever played on is the PS4.
Yeah.
But aside from all the newer stuff, anything before the PS3 and Xbox 360, all you had to do was pop the disc in and the game worked. You could play it. Now, pop a disc in, depending on your internet, you gotta wait like 7 months to play the game while it downloads a bunch of shit. And it never tells you what it's downloading. You don't know what's going on. What's it downloading? I don't know. Do you know? No. It doesn't matter if the game is a single-player game or not. It doesn't matter if it doesn't have any online features. It still has to download something.
See, the weird part is, like, okay, I get, you know, you want to get shit downloaded because then you'll have the digital copy in case something goes wrong with the disc. But when you have to download a disc, and keep in mind, even PS3 you didn't do that. You just pop the disc in, and it didn't take up really any room. You could have 500 games and your PlayStation 3 storage would still be not full. But if you pop a disc in now, you'll download it, take up, I want to say the average game takes up, with multiplayer, about 80 gigabytes. And if you're not spending money for a 2 terabyte external hard drive, which is $200 in my state at least, then you gotta constantly delete games and download the new games you want.
It gets even worse if you have a bunch of games that have a lot of storage to take up. Like GTA 5, for example. It's one of the biggest games, like, file-wise, on the PS4.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 is bigger.
By how much?
I think it was like 90 gigabytes.
Yeah, so if you got Star Wars Battlefront, which I know a lot of you people don't because EA's trash. We do because we're Star Wars fans, but that's neither here nor there. We got Battlefront, we got GTA. We could probably have maybe 4 more games of similar file size before we'd have to delete one.
See, I have 408 gigabyte storage, so I can do GTA 5. I deleted Star Wars Battlefront 2 just to play Mafia 3. I'll re-download it after I'm done with Mafia 3. But Mafia 3, Fortnite, and Battlefield 1. So I got room for 4 games. Not to mention, well, I have room for a 5th game, but that's Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep that space saved, that way I don't have to go delete shit when October rolls around.
I seem to remember on PS3, GTA 5 took a while to download. It did download GTA 5.
It downloaded, yeah, but it wasn't like the actual, like you didn't pop in the disc and then you can't even click on it. It downloaded and then you had to do an update. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Mr. Prince Jr. said sup.
Oh, hey. We're just talking about the issues with gaming.
GTA 5, I'm pretty sure was like one of the few games you actually had to download once you popped the disc in on PS3 and Xbox 360. And I remember like I believe the Xbox 360 and the PC came with multiple discs. I think the Xbox 360 came with 2 discs.
2.
And yeah. And then PC came with like 4 discs.
Yeah. That's why Rockstar has kind of started to favor Sony, because the PlayStation is apparently it's easier to make games for because you don't need multiple discs. I don't think the current Xbox One needs multiple discs either.
Yeah.
But back then, that's what started Rockstar's shift towards catering to Sony, because Xbox just wasn't getting their shit together.
Well, look at Xbox right now. No matter if it's 360 or 1, you can mod on it. PC, you can mod on it. PS3 is the only one you can mod GTA 5 on for.
And it's not even all PS3 consoles. It's only 2 out of the 3 or 4 models that can be modded.
Yeah.
See, but Xbox allows these people to mod. The dickheads at Sony, they are such, like, they are pricks. They are major dicks. They don't let anybody mod. They don't want to do cross-play. They don't want to let Xbox players play with PlayStation people. They don't want to do anything like that. Even though Microsoft and Nintendo are all for it, Sony is like, nah, we don't want to do that. Our players don't want to play with other consoles, even though we do.
See, I'm all for modding when it's in single player. Well, GTA 5, especially now, modding, it would have been hectic. Because then, like, Amar will drop you, like, $5 million, and then you can fucking afford everything in the game. And then, as much as I hate grinding on this game, I'd rather not have every player own everything in the game, especially, you know, noobs.
Especially now that we got all the shit in the game that we have, like the thing I'm flying right now.
Yeah. Oh, I should.
I mean, this thing isn't that good, but... Is our viewer still there, or is he gone?
He gone. I'm sure.
Figured.
Oh, I'm sure if I put if I will put tags in it, I will have at least got some attention on YouTube.
Try to do that if you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that for the other future live streams. Music was playing, don't know right?
We should get a podcast.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
But, this isn't even scratching the surface of it all. Sony's a shit company. Like, they used to be better than Microsoft back in the days of PS3. They were better, but now Microsoft is better, so if you notice, last generation Xbox was winning the console wars. That's not a contest. They were winning it.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, because all the YouTubers, all the people that you see were playing Xbox 360 back then and not PS.
Yeah.
But the thing is, everybody hated Microsoft at the time. Everybody besides Xbox fanboys. So then, when this console generation rolled around, the favor went to Sony, and now we're the popular guys. But if you see, now everybody hates Sony. So next generation, it's probably going to be back in Microsoft's favor.
It's so weird how that works. Like, Sony's popular, they're outselling Xbox 2-to-1 get their hated just as much.
Yeah, and that's because they adopted Microsoft's shady business model from last generation. They made us pay for PS Plus, which is the only way you could... You know what? Little tidbit I just thought of. Why the fuck do I have to buy PS Plus, play the games online that I purchased for full price, when I can play a free game like Fortnite without PS Plus? Wouldn't it make more sense for the free games to only be played online with Plus, and then when I actually, you know, paid for to be playable whenever?
I think the thing was back on PS3, there wasn't really a use for PlayStation Plus because the only thing you got was deals on stuff at PlayStation Store. So they decided, you know, if we're gonna have like what Xbox has, might as well adopt their shitty shit as well.
Look how well that turned out for them. They got probably millions of Sony or PlayStation 4 owners that don't have PS Plus, because a lot of people can't afford that every fucking year or month.
Yeah.
But do they care? No. They'd rather cater to the fucking rich little shitheads that went from Xbox to PlayStation.
Yeah. Which, you know, you can't afford yours, I have to pay yours.
Yeah, and I'm still gonna pay him back.
Yeah.
Thing is that, like, giving your customers free stuff is the smart, like, don't make everything free because you still gotta make profit, but the smartest business model you could have is to give your customers free stuff every once in a while.
Yeah.
That's what made the PS3 such a success, is that you didn't have to buy anything besides the game and the console, and you could play with your friends.
Well, look at, you know, Battlefield 5. Sure, you don't pay $60 for it still, but there's no DLCs, no premium passes. Everybody's on the same level. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like Fortnite, and if you do have to buy something, it's gonna be cosmetic only.
Fortnite, a lot of people hate Fortnite, but I'm kind of glad that it happened with a game like Fortnite. It's a free game that makes more money than even Rockstar Games at this point, every month, because of what they've done. They're a small game, well they were originally, that nobody had heard of, and they are outselling and outperforming all of their AAA competitors. And all of these AAA companies, EA, the 17,000 different companies that make Call of Duty, Rockstar Games, all these other companies are looking at that and saying, how can we do this? So a lot of these new games coming out do not have season passes, and if they do, they're not that expensive. Or if they do, if they do have like microtransactions, they are adopting the cosmetics thing. Oh, you can buy this weapon skin, but it doesn't affect your gameplay or make you better.
See,
it's a good thing Fortnite became popular because it's going to change gaming.
See, Call of Duty still hasn't realized that. There's still, like, to get any DLC, now you have to buy the premium pass, which is, last time I checked, $60. So not only you're buying a $60 game, you're also buying $60 premium pass just to get DLCs. Then on top of that, they're still doing the COD point system. And what the COD point system is, you, back in like Black Ops 1, because that's when it really happened, but you can buy COD points, you had to earn these COD points to unlock new weapons and new attachments for them. However, since then, since like I want to say, oh god, I can't remember which car it was that you were actually able to buy them. But ever since then, Call of Duty games have these COD points. And Black Ops 4 also has COD points. And Black Ops 4 also, you can purchase COD points. And it's completely bullshit because it's still paid to win.
Exactly. Think about the Call of Duty games and honestly, I don't feel bad for anybody that's still buying these Call of Duty games. They haven't had a good game, from what I've heard, since BO2. And these same people that hate all these games, they'll play it for like a month and then they don't touch it again, aka the people that I am friends with, will buy, the moment they see a shiny new trailer about a new COD game, it's like they forget the last like 18 shitty COD games they bought. And they will buy the special premium edition of the game, the $60 thing that you were talking about. They will buy it because they're slaves to those companies. They're slaves to that game.
Well, to be fair, alright, Sledgehammer made Ghost, and Ghost was amazing. If you ask any COD player, though, they'll say it was amazing. It was amazing, but it was released ahead of its time, type thing.
At the time when it was out, everybody despised it.
Everybody despised it, but when you fucking ask COD players, old COD players now, they're like, yeah, it was actually a good game.
Ghost didn't sell very well, did it? It didn't do very well.
No, it didn't do very well compared to Black Ops 2. And they left the Ghost story on a cliffhanger because I guess they were originally gonna make a sequel. But since it didn't sell well because it was ahead of its time, they decided to scrap Ghosts altogether.
And that's the thing. Anytime the Call of Duty games try to do something new, okay, alright, these people, they'll play, there's several Call of Duties that, yeah, they're set in different time periods and stuff, but they're basically, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, these COD community dudes, they'll get bored and say, do something new and interesting. And then the company's like, okay, alright. And then when they try to do something new, they hate it and say, oh, make it like what it used to be.
To be fair, I'm not sure which one's in charge of endorsement or, whatever, but if you buy, anything that has, a COD game or something like that says Enchantress or whatever, that certain game you bought, I believe it's 10% of the money you gave is going to the military. And then if you go on PlayStation Store and you look at wallpapers, aka themes, which I don't know why it's called themes when it's just a wallpaper, you'll see all their shit, all the Call of Duties, they have one wallpaper, but it's in different prices. And if you purchase that wallpaper, all the money you gave is gonna go to the military because it's a COD game, which, thank God, Call of Duty has some type of heart, but they don't have enough of heart to realize what they're doing to their own franchise.
At this point, unless they did a complete 180 and went back on all the scummy business practices that they've done over the years, their game will never recover.
Yeah.
If you look at every community that's not Call of Duty looks at the COD community as a joke.
Yeah.
That's how the Call of Duty community is viewed. It's a joke. And it is kind of a joke because you get the same morons, the Mountain Dew and Doritos, those guys that purchase every Call of Duty and purchase these season passes and purchase these loot crates and all this and that. And they don't learn anything.
No, they don't.
People will buy like 60 of those loot crates to get one item, and they will not get it in any of those loot crates.
Kind of reminds me of Dylan. Like, he did all that fucking research, spent like 8 mil, and on the last research, he finally got the rockets for the Oppressor.
Oh yeah, and Rockstar is adopting that same thing. It's not exactly the same as loot boxes, because technically, I guess technically you don't need to buy shark cards to get anything in this game. But the thing is that a lot of the shit is so expensive, and that it would take such a stupidly time-consuming, like, a bunch of bullshit. It's so time-consuming that it might as well be pay to win, because I'm not trying to sit here 24/7 grinding this shit 5-year-old game to buy rockets for my oppressor. That's why I purchased all of my research, because I had done the grinding before, so I had a lot of money left over. So I just bought it.
Yeah.
I will not sit here any longer 8 hours a day to grind out any game. It doesn't matter if it's this game or another. Like, some people enjoy the grind, and I could see it. I do enjoy it to an extent. But there's a point where it becomes so tedious and time-consuming that it's just like, why am I doing this?
See, like, that's why I like the nightclub DLC, because you could start back up your bunker, you know, all that shit, run it through the nightclub, and you don't need to get supplies. All you gotta do is be on GTA for a certain amount of time, and then your nightclub underground shit will be full.
Exactly. It's a hands-off type business thing.
Yeah, it's completely hands-off. It's like all the biker businesses and then the bunker, but better. Because
unfortunately, they did not also include the crate gathering stuff and the car gathering stuff and the air freight gathering stuff from gun running and whatever the original business update was.
They did. Your first handler or whatever, that's what he's doing. He's doing crates. And all you gotta do to have that automatically set up when you purchase your nightclub and shit is to have either a hangar or a CEO warehouse. But yeah, it sucks they didn't do import export.
So you can't. I don't think you can shut down your air freight business, your hangar. You can't shut that down.
No,
right?
you can't. Because
so it's automatically making money for me through my hangar.
Yeah, you can't shut it down because that's a hands-on thing. Whereas, you know, if you have a bunker, for example, you could shut that down at any time because technically, even though you gotta get supplies every now and then, it's a passive way to make money.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to set up my bunker. I can buy supplies in here, right? I don't have to go to an open lobby, right?
No, you have to go to an open lobby, but
to buy supplies, it's
are
you
running your bunker through nightclub?
I'm trying to run it through the nightclub. So do I even need to buy supplies?
No, The good thing about running it through the nightclub is you don't have to buy supplies. All you gotta do is just start it back up and then put one of your service people on.
English Dave won't shut up. Hold on. I can't even hear you. Dude, I already bought the chick that came out today. I'm not buying Tale of Us, idiot. Shut up! No! Shut up, retard. Oh my dear lord. I bought the new chick that came out today. Why in the world would I buy Tale of Us? Anyway, go on.
All you gotta do is just hit start back up business and then put one of your, go back to your nightclub and put one of your service guys on it. You can buy supplies, but that's to make,
money.
yeah, that's extra money.
English Davey, I swear to God, that guy talks for like 6 years.
Honestly, I won't buy supplies just because I'm not sure exactly what types of raids they do on Bunker, but if it's exactly like MC, then they could take your equipment as well, and then they'll shut down your business, and then you gotta restart your business as well, get back the equipment, and then go back to your nightclub and start it through there.
So, all I gotta do really right now is just start up my bunker and then go to my nightclub.
Yeah. It's that easy.
I have to be in a public lobby to use the computer. Okay, I'll just go kill myself. I'm gonna go to a new lobby. Anyway, back to what we were saying. Rockstar adopted the Loot Crate type shit as well. It's not exactly the same, but who wants to sit there? Who has the time to sit there for that long and grind this shit? Nobody. No, nobody unless you're a complete real life no life.
Exactly.
And then you get these people who defend it. Oh, it's not that hard to make money. Yeah, it's not that hard if you have nothing else going on, dude. I'm not gonna sit here inside my house all day doing this shit. It's not gonna happen.
Again, that's why I like the nightclub idea. Because you don't actually have to grind. You can...
No, you just dick around. You just fly a jet into the ground a bunch of times and you're making money.
Yeah. You could literally fucking go watch TV, your GTA TV, jerk off in real life, and you'll still be making money.
Exactly.
Which, you know, is why I think, you know, Rockstar looks at past DLCs and they think, okay, how can we improve it? Sure, making money will be a lot slower, but I'd rather make money slower, and honestly more than like just having one open, rather than constantly getting on this game worrying about when I have to resupply. If it's better for me to just buy supplies in a certain lobby, yada yada yada.
Exactly. Nightclub. If I'm being honest, I know you don't, but I like the hangar business. I like it. But that's, maybe I'm biased because I like to fly planes and stuff. But I like it because it's not, yeah, it's tedious, but it's, all you really need for the hangar is the hangar, and then you can start making money. You don't need anything extra. You don't need the MOC, you don't need anything.
Yeah,
just the hangar.
Yeah, and you don't need security upgrades, you don't need all of that shit. Just
your hangar doesn't get rated, does it?
No.
See,
if it doesn't have a
that's
security
good.
upgrade, then doesn't get rated. You could literally, you know, fill up your hangar and leave it filled up for 9 months, and it still won't get rated.
See, and that's why I like it. You don't have to worry about anything.
The mission's a lot easier if you own, you know, a helicopter or plane, but, like you said, all you have to do, you don't even have to pay for any of the upgrades for the hangar, just the hangar itself.
Most of that shit is just cosmetics.
All of it is. Yeah.
Like, see, because you get the vehicle workshop, which is cosmetics for the planes and shit that you have. And then you got the actual cosmetics of the hangar itself.
The look, the graphic look, the paint, the master bedroom.
Yeah, you don't need any of that shit.
Yeah. All you gotta do is spend, I believe it was like, what, 1 million for the hangar? A little over?
I just about ate dirt, dude. I forgot that, because on Fortnite, you don't have to pull the chute. Like, if you get real low, it'll pull it for you. And I forgot, and just about ate dirt.
Yeah, you gotta spend, like, at most $1 mil. Just to get the hangar. Which, if we're being perfectly honest, if you have $1 mil and you're deciding between hangar or facility and you're a noob, get the hangar first, because if you get the facility,
you have to do heists with a bunch of morons.
Yeah. And you're a noob, you're kind of fucked on those heists, because they're nothing like the heists in your fucking... Oh god.
The old heist update.
Yeah. I almost did my oppressor monitor. That's why I paused. Trying to concentrate. Yeah, it's nothing like the old fucking heists. It's a lot harder, a lot more tedious. Especially that third fucking time.
Apparently, so I don't need supplies, and it'll still make money from my bunker.
Yeah.
Through the nightclub.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm on... I'm not gonna say that on the live stream.
Because your service guy will do everything for you.
Alright, invite me back to your lobby.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay. Guys, give him a moment. He'll be back momentarily.
I'm
Hello?
back. Yeah.
Alright. You want to talk about the Mobile Operations Center, Avenger, and Terabyte scandal?
Alright. So, I could see, like, where the mobile ops and Avenger come into play, because the mobile ops, you know, you needed to customize vehicles, and then the Avenger, it's a MOC in the sky, which, you know, it's a pilot's version of an MOC. Now, the Terabyte is where I cross the line, because you can only do 2 vehicles, which is the Oppressor and the Oppressor Mark II. You're paying $4 million altogether for the Terabyte, and then if you haven't done any of the things to get the Oppressor Mark II, that's another $4 million. So you're spending $8 million, and that's not even customizing the Oppressor Mark II.
Oppressor Mark II and the Terabyte. Terabyte base price is only $40K, but if you want all the bells and whistles, it's gonna cost you like $3 mil.
No, it's not. The base price is not $40K.
It said that on the website.
That's because you can renovate it.
I don't know, but
I'll tell you what the actual price is, because I'm not gonna buy that shit. It's 1.357 mil.
1.357 mil for what is it? For something that could have easily been made available to the MOC and the Avenger.
The only use of it I could see is new missions, which, fair enough, you know, I'm always up for new missions, and running your businesses through your Terabyte. You don't matter where you are, you could call the Terabyte and walk in it and check your business. However, since most of the people, I want to say the average people, aren't fucking running both their nightclub and all of their businesses, it's basically fucking useless.
Exactly. By the way, off topic, but since I want to maximize my profit, I am going to buy a biker business. So I have to actually own a meth lab or something on here to make money from my biker stuff.
Yeah.
Through the nightclub.
Coke, if Coke, you know, makes money.
I'm willing to spend enough money for the most expensive thing, so which makes me the most money out of all of them.
Coke alone, if we're talking alone, it, you know, you're grinding just Coke, not running it through your nightclub, makes you 420,000. On top of, it makes you 10K every slot that the Coke fills in your nightclub. So I would go for Coke. However, I'm doing meth because I don't like the interior of the Coke lab. Coke lockup, I guess.
And to start it up, do I have to go inside it to start the business itself? I have to go in the building?
You have to go into the building, do the startup mission, and then after the startup mission, you're gonna have supplies as well, and it's gonna be full supplies. You could do what you want with it. You could fucking sell whatever makes the product out. Which I'm telling you, it's not gonna be much since you won't get the upgrades, I don't think.
I will, if... See, but I'm trying to run it through my nightclub, so will the upgrades help that at all?
No. Since you already purchased the upgrades in the nightclub, you don't need to purchase the Coke upgrades since you're just running it through the nightclub. However, if you're doing nightclub plus the actual Coke walk-up, then yeah, you will have to get upgrades.
And what's the second best one?
It goes Coke, meth. Oh shit. Oh sweet. Alright, it goes Coke, meth, money laundering, weed, and then forgery. That's in order from best to...
So, Coke and money laundering, those are the two I need to get.
You're not gonna get meth?
No, because I'm getting the two best ones.
Meth is the second best one, though.
Oh, I thought you said it was money thing, so it's Coke and meth that I need to get.
Yeah, it's Coke, meth, money laundering, then weed, then forgery.
Alright, I'll do that then. I've never had my nightclub raided, but apparently that's a thing. Do you know what happens when it gets raided?
No, I do not. I haven't had mine raided yet, but I'm expecting it to be raided at any time. Even when I fucking found out you had to get a security upgrade, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be prepared when it gets raided.
What happened? So, essentially, when I've been there when your biker shit got raided. So they just take your shit, and you can get all your shit back if you kill all the people that take it.
Yeah. But I believe it's gonna be acting like the biker businesses as well. Whereas you gotta sell a couple of times before you get raided. Because that's how I started getting raided. For my meth lab, and my coke lab, and my weed lab, is because I sold a bunch of times. And then, I guess, in the GTA world, and I guess in the real world as well, that'll trigger either other gang/drug dealers to know, okay, he's doing this, or cops, okay, he's doing this, we gotta take him down.
I've had, in my nightclub, I've had my alcohol raided from me, where some guys steal all my booze and I gotta go track them down. That's not the same thing.
No, that's a promote mission. I had that as well.
See, this is the thing. Like, I know it kind of makes sense to get raided, but at the same time, I already have to worry about players coming after my shit. Why should I have to worry about NPCs as well? I'd rather worry about NPCs, but I don't think we should have to worry about both of them. Bullshit.
Yeah, but if you get the security upgrade, they're gonna raid you probably after the first raid. It'll be like on the after the fifth time you make a sale, they'll raid you.
I've only sold one and half my product got destroyed by a dipshit in a jet.
I sold 3 times. 2 times. Yeah, 2 times. Also, I want to talk about the bunker fucking shit because I had 270k. And it gave me 2 vehicles, and I picked Blaine County because I knew it was going to give me 2 vehicles. But why the fuck is it only 15 minutes long? Whereas everything else is 30 minutes long.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Talk about the bunker.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah. Isn't the hangar a little bit less than the others as well?
The hangar... No. No, that's 30 minutes. I know. I believe the only ones that are shorter is import-export, warehouse, and but bunker.
Import-export and warehouse get a pass because that stuff isn't very time-consuming. You could almost always do it in the time frame.
Yeah. It took me...
Bunker...
It took me 15 minutes, the whole 15 minutes, to get into one Marshall, go to the fucking point, because for some weird reason, alright, I have my bunker in Toledo Forest, right? They decided to put the points in fucking, like where a little bit after Fort Zancudo. So it took me 5 minutes to get there, 5 minutes to drop off the cargo, and then 5 minutes to get back to my other market. So 15 minutes isn't enough if you're running solo.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They make it sound like you can make money solo during these businesses, and the only one that you really can make a good amount of money with doing it solo, the only two, would be the car thing where you put a bunch of cars in a warehouse. You have to sell them individually, but you can do it alone if you are. And another one is nightclub. You can do that alone too. The hangar, if you're trying to do that alone, forget it. Period.
Yeah.
Give it up. It's not gonna happen because they give you the worst planes imaginable. They won't let you use a good plane like a Pyro or something. Even a Buzzard attack helicopter. No, they will give you the slowest helicopter, the slowest plane, on purpose.
Yeah. To be fair, you can do finance and film if you have a small crate warehouse.
Yeah.
Other than that, you need multiple people.
And the thing is, both of us, we do help each other with that stuff. But we're not always gonna be online. Not anymore, because we kind of just, it's annoying.
Yeah, we're plus, you know, with this nightclub shit, we don't need to know. We can run it alone.
Exactly. But you're not always gonna have your friends online unless you're Mr. Dice for the win or something. You're not always gonna have people there to help you.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of just bullshit, really.
Yeah.
That you are forced to have other people with you.
Yeah.
So it should not matter which business I buy, right?
No, it doesn't matter. Technically,
Yeah, I'm buying.
it doesn't matter.
I'm buying my first Coke house, the cheapest one.
Oh, are you talking about the lockup? Like the actual lockup?
Yeah, the Coke room, the Coke house.
No, it doesn't matter. It's like everything else. The price is just based off location.
Alright, I'm just gonna buy the worst of all of them because I'm not even gonna... I'm only running it through my nightclub to make more money.
Yeah. You could have the best nightclub, not the best nightclub, the best Coke lockup, and you're gonna make the same as somebody who's been the worst on the worst nightclub. Not nightclub, rock house. Jesus.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You could have one. Say you have the best Coke house and I have the worst. We still make the same amount of money.
Yeah, at the end of the day, as long as, you know, both of us have all the upgrades, we'll make $420,000.
But I didn't buy upgrades since I'm running it through my nightclub. I don't need upgrades, you said?
Yeah, you don't need upgrades because you already got, because if you're running it through your nightclub, then the only upgrades you'll need is the nightclub upgrades.
And you know this because you watched the video, I'm guessing?
Yeah, before I watched this video, which was earlier today, I didn't know. Because when the DLC came out, you heard me, I was like, so what's the point of running it through the nightclub if you're gonna have to get supplies anyways? I watched a video
Don't have
on
to get
it.
supplies.
Yeah, I watched a video on it, and it's like, as long as you buy all of these, it was like GTA Man or something like that, one of those two, but as long as you just start up your business, you don't need to buy supplies to run it through your nightclub. I'll send,
I don't need any kind of upgrades for it at all.
no. I'll send you the video. Mr. Boss also did a video on it, but, you know,
Mr. Boss is a moron.
yeah.
We're not gonna advertise that dude on our stream.
Too late. He just did.
Give me a sec.
And send. Come on, please. There we go. Technical difficulties. Sorry about this. We're having some technical difficulties. I'll get back to you when we can. Alright, come on, go back. Yo.
Shit got unplugged because people don't want where they're going. Yeah, well, watch where you're going.
I'm very sorry.
Hey, Noah, guess what I could do on the oppressor?
What?
Actually dive down at people.
Do that here.
Yeah, the new one sucks.
Yeah. I think the reason why is because since, you know...
Deluxo can't dive down at people either.
I think it's kind of balanced because, like, you can't dive people straight down with the... well, I guess you can because you turn off hover mode in the Deluxo, and as long as you're still, you can dive at people, but they have it to where, you know, it's supposed to be balanced because since it's a hover vehicle, it needs some balancing.
Yeah. I mean, just because they're making the new weaponized shit that's coming out balanced doesn't mean the stuff that they've already released isn't unbalanced.
Yeah.
If they want to make shit balanced, they need to go back and fix all the things that are not.
Yeah.
Which is every other weaponized vehicle that they've ever released since the Heist update.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to this person and sub to them.
A perfect example of a balanced vehicle that was balanced when it came out is the Pyro. It does not have explosive cannons, but it's the most maneuverable and quickest jet in the game.
Yeah.
And it's just the most balanced because its cannons, while useless against ground targets, unlike the Hydra and Laser, those cannons shred other aircraft.
Yeah, they did.
If that thing were to have explosive cannons like all the little jet griefers want it to, it would be overpowered. You would have no need for any other jet.
Yeah. But, you know, if we're talking about balancing, let's go back to PS3 where there was rarely any... But, like, there was only 2 weaponized vehicles, and those 2 were jets.
Yeah, not including the tank or the buzzard. You only had 2 jets, and they were the most overpowered things in the game. Originally, you only had the one. You only had the laser.
Yeah.
And that thing was overpowered. But anything that can shoot what is essentially a Death Star laser beam down at the ground at people, it's gonna be overpowered.
Yeah. Yeah, when the game first came out, the laser was overpowered. And then, when Heist came out, and they fucking added the Hydra, they were like, okay, it's time to add the homing missile. That way, it's not so much overpowered.
Problem with that, homing rocket launcher sucks.
The only way to get rid of a jet when it's griefing is just wait until they come straight at you, and then you pull your homing launcher out. Because then, since they're coming straight at you, they can't fucking maneuver that rocket.
Do that.
Yeah, they can't really do anything.
Yeah. So, you know, you might get killed in the process, but your whole goal in the first place was to get that griefer out of the jet.
Exactly. Also, another thing. The new thing, apparently, for killing jets, the new best way to take care of a jet now apparently is to have an explosive sniper, which requires you to do shit tons of research, so that's not a viable fucking option for most people.
Yeah. Honestly,
best way to hurt a... Though...
Huh? I should buy supplies just to go reach explosive bullets.
But, everybody, all the tryhards, all the GTA players that act like douchebags, they will tell everybody that if you go into passive mode, you are a pussy. And that's not necessarily the case. You are not a pussy for not wanting to get some tryhard's rocks off by going into passive mode when he comes at you with some kind of overpowered weaponized vehicle. You're not a pussy because you're in passive mode. He's trying to kill you with a tank or a jet or a flying rocket bike. He's the pussy since he needs something like that to kill you.
Exactly. What I always say is, you know, if you need weaponized shit just to kill people, then you're the pussy.
There's no way around it.
Mm-hmm.
Colin and I used to love fighting people on GTA. Back on PS3, that's all we do. We fight, have gunfights with people all day long.
Yep.
On this gen, it's boring because you kill somebody once or twice. What do? They go get a Hydra. They go get an oppressor. They go get a Deluxo. They use an orbital cannon. They just go and get shit that had nothing to do with the fight. Like I shot you with a special carbine. You're gonna go and get a freaking tank against me?
Yeah. To be fair, I like fighting people now just because I've adapted. But you can't
Morse
adapt
Mutual
to
Insurance.
an orbital
How can we help you?
unless you go
I can do that.
Into like one of your properties or in a parking garage.
Is that a proven fact? Does the parking garage deflect the cannon?
Oh yeah, it fucking works. I remember I was fighting Mongols MC, and no, it wasn't Mongols MC, it was some Sons of Anarchy fanboy crew, and, you know, they're 1%, you know, and, you know, if I hate, you know, your particular crew, I'm not gonna fight 1% against you, just to piss them off. I rocketed them a bunch of times, got into my tank.
Hold on. For those uninitiated, 1% meaning they only use assault rifles. Yeah. They don't use explosives.
Yeah. I got into my tank, and then I blew them up. Which, to be fair, to a certain extent, they could go 99. Not waste... what's here? They both did it. And they even, he even messaged, he said screenshot proof, telling his club that he's got orbital cannon me, and then leave, because I was up on them. Originally, okay, so originally it was supposed to be a 1v1. Unfortunately, he brought a person, which I was gonna respect the 1% rules until I find out he tried to jump me. So that's why I was RPGing by that shit.
We need to do an episode about the MC community, because that could be an episode on its own.
Yeah, which I'm thinking, yeah, I was actually gonna do that next live stream. Which, you know, yeah. Anyways, so I got into a tank, they ran to their facility, and we were at the airport, so I knew what they were doing, and I fucking was like, okay, this might be a myth, but I'm gonna hide on the first floor of the parking garage. Each one of them tried to orbital cannon me. It was one orbital cannon, and then right after a second one, and then they both left. unfortunately, the second time, they jumped me, which was, I believe it was a 5v1. The first thing they did was orbital cannon me, but only one person got up on me after that, and it was by 3 kills.
That's the whole thing about the MC community, or people on GTA in particular. Well, Graham, I'm trying to live stream here. You can't just be repeating something in the background. Anyway, you will agree to have a one-on-one fight with somebody. Yeah. You will agree to a specific set of rules, no rocket launchers, whatever. The person you're fighting will almost always break that rule. Always. Or they'll find some way to break the rule. If they abide by the rules, they'll break a rule that shouldn't even have to have been set. Like, they'll do this thing where if they get damaged even a little bit, they will kill themselves with a grenade or something.
Yeah.
Or find some way that you can't kill them. And then act like you're bad because you're not as good at evading a fair kill as they are.
Yeah. Which, I would like to spend a little bit time on the MC community. So, the MC community, copycats, I'm doing that in quotations because I don't know what other way to describe it, but copies actual MCs. However, the 1% is different because in real life motorcycle clubs, 1% is outlaw. You're the baddest of them all, you don't follow any laws besides your clubs. That's completely different in GTA. You follow all of these fucking rules just because you put a 1% diamond on.
And if you break a rule, if you do anything, and the thing is, with a lot of these people in the community, 1% is whatever they say it is at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a guy that said driving, what was it? He said that driving a fucking sports motorcycle was not 1%. If I'm fighting you, what does it matter what vehicle I roll up on you with, as long as I don't use it to kill you?
Exactly. You got these people saying sports bikes are 99, masks are 99, all this shit. And then if you talk to like a Hell's Angels, a Warlocks, Pagans, Sons of Silence, you know, all these real life 1% motorcycle clubs, I guarantee they're all just gonna laugh in your face. Because you just told them the most funniest thing that's happening on GTA. And matter of fact, a lot of these real life MCs don't like the fact that people are using the 1% diamond in a game and changing the meaning of it.
A real-life outlaw motorcycle club will use whatever it takes to kill their rival. If they have access to it, they're going to use it to kill them. Mm-hmm. That's the main difference.
Heck,
you're not going to get some guy from a outlaw MC in real life that's going to not use a rocket launcher against somebody if he has one.
Mm-hmm. Heck, you look this shit up. Hell's Angels use an anti-tank rifle rocket against Rock Machine. Outlaws bomb clubhouses. Warlocks bomb clubhouses. All these 1%ers actually use whatever they could get their hands on. They don't give a fuck. As long
if one of these outlaw MCs could roll up to an MC battle, assuming that's a thing, If they could roll up to one of those things inside of a fucking Abrams tank, they would do it.
In real life, there's no... I guess you could... To a certain extent, there's no MC battle. There's no one going, alright, we're gonna meet here and battle it out here. Sometimes there is, but most of the time, it's just pure luck. You know?
Yeah.
Unless it's
but if they,
like attack against their president or clubhouse or something like that.
They will use C4. They'll use homemade explosives. They'll do whatever it takes to kill their rival.
Yeah.
And that's why when they hear about this, basically, the shit that we do on this game with the MC community is cringy. It's cringy as fuck. And when they hear what these people, not we, because I fuck the MC community, I'm not part of that shit.
Yeah.
When they hear that, oh, I'm not allowed to use anything besides an assault rifle, they laugh. It's stupid.
If you notice on my patch, which I'm showing my patch on live stream right now, it doesn't have the 1% diamond. Because I'm not going to make a fool out of myself and pretend to be a 1%. I'm done with that shit. I'm going to be like everybody else in the game. They'll rep a patch and then blow you the fuck up.
Another thing, they force you to wear a specific outfit.
A lot of MCs, yeah, they do.
Yeah, but in the game, it's just kind of ridiculous.
Oh shit, you should see, like, a lot of MCs for hang-arounds and prospects. It doesn't start out, it doesn't stop at outfit. You gotta ride a certain type of bike as well, and most of the time you can't even upgrade.
You're talking about in-game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll have you buy the worst motorcycle.
Which
I think is the rat bike.
Yeah, which I got the rat bike, but I like it.
Yeah, they'll have you buy the worst motorcycle. You have to leave it in the same color that it comes in. You're not allowed to modify it. And you're not even allowed to put bulletproof tires on it, I don't think. You're not allowed to do anything.
Usually it's because if you do something bad, they'll shoot out your tire and then make you like ride that bike all the way around.
Which is cringeworthy. I remember one time they made this guy walk all the way from the docks to Mount Chiliad and then climb Mount Chiliad and then climb back down it and continue on back towards the docks.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Like, how does anybody find that fun? That's not fun. It's fun. The thing is, all the people in a position of power in these motorcycle clubs and shit, they have the biggest egos you will ever see on a person. They are egomaniacs. They like to feel superior to you.
Yeah.
They think they're better than you because they joined a fucking club before you or founded a club or whatever. It's just cringeworthy. Colin and I were part of a group called, what was that one we were a part of? That had the chick that was constantly a bitch to everybody in her crew, even though she wasn't in a position of power.
Oh, shit, it was...
James, you know James. Inglorious Reapers?
Yeah, it was Inglorious Reapers, and the chick was his wife or fiancé or something like that.
And she would constantly start beef with the members of the group for little things. One time she started...
To be fair, you know, ever since I was CP, James said my name a lot, and that would just make her mad.
Wait, why would it make her mad?
Because, like, I guess they would be, like, having some type of discussion. And me being his VP, we'd have a lot of discussions about what's going on, what's happening, all that shit. And sometimes he would say like, alright, fair's fair, Colin, when he really meant his wife or fiance or whatever she is. I think she's a wife now. I know they had a child together recently.
I remember she went off on me and started cussing me out because that one member of the crew that everybody hated accused me of refusing to join him and help him when he was getting beat up by people or something. And then she just went off on me, even though nobody liked the guy. And he started the fight with whoever it was.
Yeah.
He lied about me.
Yeah, that was Cassie when he was vice pres. Cassie. Anyways, he got kicked out, went to fucking our big rivals, Sons of Silence. Not real life Sons of Silence, no. In-game Sons of Silence, who the National Prez actually thinks he was going to be a member of Sons of Silence, which, you know, I have more of a chance of being a member than he does because I'm in North Dakota, and we actually have Sons of Silence here. Anyways, and their PS3 crew, quote unquote, was the biggest retards ever. They were racist. Like, one gamer tag was SFFS N-word, like the actual word, and then clapper.
ER at the end.
Yeah. And then not only that, but they had to boo and hack, which we were already winning, you know, crew battles before that.
And then he came back, and James let him in for some reason. And Casey and I immediately hated each other off the bat.
Yeah.
I hated him because I don't like traitors, and he hated me because I didn't like him.
I hated him because he had the crew account and wouldn't give it up.
Yeah, they had a crew account. He didn't know in the MC community. You will make an account, which will be SUSC President, and then you'll have SUSC VP, Sergeant at Arms, Road Captain, and things like that. And he had the Vice President account, and he would not give it away. He wanted to keep it because he was holding it hostage, basically saying, "I want to be VP again." Well, you can't just leave, go to an enemy crew, come back, and become VP again.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. So Colin had to make a new one, a different one. But
and that's when IRMC VP account was born.
And he joined my lobby. I was in. They had this stupid shit where you're not allowed to play in auto aim. You have to play in free aim. And I was in auto aim because that's where all my friends hang out. And I happened to be in there with my friend Francina, who had already left by the time, like several hours ago. So I was still in the lobby hanging out with random people that her and I had befriended. He walks up to these random people, one of which was a modder, and starts trying to kill them. And then when they, unsurprisingly, start destroying his fucking existence, he then says that I was in there and didn't help him. I was in the LS Customs.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're in the
I
LS
remember
Customs,
that.
you don't get notifications. You don't get things that pop up to tell you what's happening in the lobby. So I had no idea he was getting killed. And he cites that as me not sticking up for my brothers. And tells the crew higher-ups. And then James's little bitch of a wife or whatever starts screaming and cussing at me.
Yeah.
Like, why do you guys take this game so seriously? It's just, I don't get it.
Neither do I.
Like,
especially on PS4, okay, like, when I came to PS4, you know, Inglorious Reaper shut down, and I was in Undead Reapers for I believe it was year and a half, and I was trying to get everything set up, make some money so I could be active in the crew, and they were mad at me because how dare I make money and not spend time with them. And then when I joined their fucking invite-only lobby once after they complained, because they said, oh, we'll help you make money, which they were running biker contract missions. So I got into their lobby, and they wouldn't invite me to their MC.
They were already full. They already had the max amount of players. And if you didn't know, can two businesses run contracts at the same time?
No,
I don't
you
think
can't.
they can. So basically, he's just sitting there, not making any money. He's like level 12, and they're sitting there, all like level 1,000, with already millions and millions of dollars, just making money that they don't need, and then mad at him because he's trying to make money with me. Yeah. They cited me as a reason for him not playing with them, and they wanted him to ditch me.
Yeah.
Everybody in that crew despised me because I was helping him make money.
Well, if they're not gonna help me make money, I'll turn to a person who will.
Exactly. And I've helped him make more money than they've ever fucking helped him. Oh. I've helped him make a stupid amount of money.
You helped me get fucking everything that I own.
Everything. And I was like, alright, fine. When I started to sort of start to join their little crew, because I thought maybe that would make it less bad if I was part of the crew. But before I even got the chance to join, they started with this shit where they would talk shit about me to Colin, saying I'm the great divider and I'm trying to tear them apart and shit. Like I'm that one bitch from that band from like the 80s that broke up her boyfriend's band, Yoko. Yeah. It's like making me out to be fucking Yoko. And I'm just like, alright, fuck you. And then Colin sticks up for me. We had our now not really our friend Adrian and another guy in our party. It was just the four of us chilling. And out of nowhere, like 6 different people from his crew joined and started immediately arguing and fighting with us. And calling us names. So we invited them to our lobby and we fought and we beat the shit out of them because they suck. And then they left and started painting us as the ones who started it.
Oh yeah,
they joined our party.
I remember that because they were gonna be like, oh, we're putting a KOS on you and shit like that. Let's talk about KOSs. A KOS,
kill on sight.
Yeah, it's a kill on sight. It's the most stupidest fucking thing you could ever say to somebody. Because there's millions of fucking lobbies, and who gives a fuck if you put KOS on somebody? You're gonna forget about it in 2 fucking months anyways. And it's, again, a game. They could easily just fucking find a new fucking session. And then you can't fucking find them again.
Or what if they just stop playing in open sessions altogether? What if they stop playing the game itself? What are you gonna do?
The only thing I would say is just to bug them on Instagram, which 95% of the people who put KOS on people do that anyway, so...
And they message you on Instagram and harass you and lie. Dude, tell me about the bomb threats. You haven't talked about that.
Oh, MFFM bomb threats? Oh, so... Funny story. I don't like copycat crews, obviously. So it really bugs me when copycat crews like Mongols try to flex. me and Noah, we took on shit. What was it? Like 12v2?
Yeah, and we destroyed them.
Yeah, and then it was MFFM Coco, I believe, who messaged me on Instagram later that night saying, I have your IP, I'm gonna boot you offline, and I'm gonna send a bomb in your mail. So be careful when you open your mail.
We wanted to kill Colin, blow him up with a bomb. An actual bomb threat, which is one of the most illegal things you can do short of raping or actually murdering somebody. Over a video game. Because he's in a different crew on a fucking 5-year-old game.
At the time, this was PS3, by the way, and I left the MC community for a little bit because Inglorious Reaper shut down. No, wait, it wasn't. Yeah, it was after Inglorious Reaper shut down. And I guess originally, Undead Reapers...
It's on my lobby, by the way. I'll invite you.
Alright. Undead Reapers and Mongols were supposed to have a... No, wait. Now I remember. It was... I joined Undead Reapers, but I wanted to not be 1% for a while, so I joined the Grey Crime family. Anyway, so I guess Grim and MFFM set up a crew battle. No one showed up except for me, and that's just because I so happened, like, this was legit, I randomly joined their lobby. So once they saw, you know, me, all of them came after me.
All of them, like 10 people.
And I had to invite Noah in to help.
And I'm not even part of the MC shit, but I helped him because I'm actually his friend.
Yeah. And yeah, MFFM Coco Gangster
they got destroyed by us. Is that the one where we destroyed like 18 people at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, by the way, vote this random dude out and get him out of here.
Alright, the only one up on me was Shady Skills, and that was by one fucking kill.
Exactly. And the thing is this the one where we were fighting them near the docks?
No, that was different. That was on PS4. This one was,
No, that was PS3, dude. That was PS3.
Oh, we started at the golf course, and we ended up at the docks.
Yeah. By the way, you said the third most profitable business was money laundering?
Yeah. Which, you know, Mongols in GTA world, they're a TDM crew. So when they get into public sessions, they can't exactly do anything because they don't have that tight space. So what they do is they just get more people.
They get like 15 different people to go after one person, 1 or 2 people. And the thing is, we had probably... Go ahead, sorry.
They've done this 3 different times, and all 3 times they got their ass kicked by.
I'm still trying to find the right.
Think about this. There's Colin, myself. It's just Colin and myself. Versus 12 people. There was like 5 people on me, and 6 on him. And I was destroying the 5 people after me, and he was destroying the like 6 to 5 on him.
Yeah.
But, and I guess because of this, Coco's little bitch ass was so upset that that him and his little group of people lost when they had such an advantage, decided that he wanted to bomb threat Colin.
Yeah. And
boot him offline.
Yeah. Which, yeah, it's kind pathetic. You're gonna send a bomb for it. Because I beat your ass in a bear on a dead system. Nice to meet you. Sahage? I hope I said that right.
We're talking about the problems in gaming. Right now we're having a bit of a tangent about GTA in particular.
Yeah.
This is the game we have the most beef with.
Because everybody's retarded.
But they alright. Go on with what you were saying about that event.
Sahage. I hope that's right. I'm pretty sure that's
You
right.
still there?
Is this for
Yeah,
real?
this person who's commenting on my stream.
No
Just
fucking
give a
way.
shout. It's Sahage Let's Play. S-E-H-A-J. And then Let's Play. Just say
Sahage Let's Play.
yeah.
Alright, well,
Paying too much attention to the comments, not enough attention to the game.
they, but yeah. And the thing is that these people, the people in that person's crew, you'd think would call out Coco. They'd be appalled that he death threatened Colin with a fucking bomb. No, they supported it and thought it was funny.
Yep.
That was the next fight, because I mentioned it to the people we were arguing with, and they thought it was okay. Like, yeah, I hope he does get blown up. You want him to die in real life because he's in a different crew than you.
Are you a nice player? Yes or no? I am actually a nice player. I'm not so nice when you come after me. Because if you come after me, you're gonna get destroyed.
And we're not tryhards. We used to go after people and kill them, and
Yeah.
admittedly we still probably would if the PvP wasn't so shit.
Yeah,
But now we
were-
just don't
we
do
were-
anything.
Yeah, we were heroes because we went after the tryhards, but now we're just casual players.
Colin and I would take over lobbies. We would take them. We would kill everybody.
Yeah.
Didn't matter if you were double rolling, didn't matter if you were doing whatever other lame tactics I'm not remembering right now from PS3. Didn't matter what you did. We would make you leave the lobby.
Yeah.
Tell them about LAMC, because that could be a video on its own.
LAMC, where do I start? LAMC started, tell your friends.
Hmm?
Yeah. I will.
What do you want?
They said, tell your friends I say hi, and my name is Sahage CJ something. I am from India.
We don't have any viewers right now, bud. It's just you.
Yeah. Anyways, LAMC started back when Inglorious Reapers was a thing.
We were allies. Here's the thing.
No,
we were
no,
allies with LAMC.
No, we weren't even allies. They weren't even created at the time.
Oh.
So, I'm talking about the very beginning. This prospect, because we recently took in a prospect. I mean, he was a modder. I could say that because Inglorious Reapers are shut down. Anyways, he was a modder, and he would just mod our accounts, not to give us any advantages, but, you know, just to have money and shit. But he had...
Which is not a thing anymore if you're watching, Rockstar. We don't do that anymore, so you can't ban us. Fuck you.
Yeah. Anyways, he asked if there was any table positions, and I told him, no, there's no table positions open anymore. And then he just threw a fit and left, and then created LAMC. So
At some point I joined in. I wasn't part of the crew when that guy was throwing his fit.
Yeah. So we were friends with LAMC for a while. They shot at us. Yeah, we became allies.
We were allies with them, and we were also allies with RIM, which is the crew that Colin was a part of recently, up until like maybe a month ago.
It was actually more than a month. It was, I want to say 3 months now.
Didn't you recently tell Adrian and Firefighters bitch ass that you were leaving the crew?
I told them I was leaving, and then once I said that, they left too. Because this was back when David, the national president, he didn't like GTA anymore. It was too much drama. He just wanted to play like Farming Simulator. So he was debating whether or not to sell his PS4, which he did eventually, and started playing PC. But I was like, okay, when you leave, I leave. And then I kept buying heads with the members. So I was like, yeah, remember how I said I was leaving when you leave? Yeah, I'm gonna leave right now because the members are dicks. So I left, and then once Adrian and Fireshot saw how big of douches the PS4 chapter was, they also left. Because we were all PS3 originally, and on PS3,
all of us.
Yeah, PS3, sorry, let's read this comment. PS3, it was not about making money or shootouts. Well, a little bit was about shootouts, but it was just about dicking around. Whereas PS4, since it's a current gen console,
it's all about fighting. It's all about how to one-up your rival crews and shit.
Yeah.
It's cringeworthy.
Anyways, so yeah, there's that. Do you still want me to finish the story on LAMC?
Yeah, but you can continue what you're saying.
Well, long story short, LAMC shot us. We shot them back. They booted us. We booted them back.
Booted us meaning not the internet out for anybody that's not aware.
They set up a fake allies meet. They shot us. We shot them. We set up a fake allies meet. We shot them. They shot us. It was just a continuous drama.
This was all PS3.
Which was that made the Reapers shut down.
I'm sorry for everybody watching.
Which, by the way, all the LAMC members, because they just stick up their asses, and I called them out, and I only fought one, which was a project, and he's a bitch. Anyways, because, you know, LAMC started back up again, and I'm still waiting for all these 1v1s with the presidents, but they're not gonna add me. Anyways, IRMC kicked their ass. We had 3 charters, all filled with just table members, and we had, I think it was 9 officer positions, or something like that. So if you take that, we had 9 in each group, and we had 3. So 9, 18.
The thing is, IRMC was a small crew. It was a small biker club, and it was beating the shit out of crews with hundreds of members.
We beat the shit out of Sons of Silence, which the only reason why they got members was because they would tell them, alright, after you get your full patch, we'll mod your account.
LAMC had a very Star Wars Imperial way of getting members. They would threaten them. They said, you'll either join us or we will boot you offline. They had fear tactics. That's why LAMC grew as fast as it did, because it would scare people into joining them.
Yeah. Well,
And the thing about LAMC is that IRMC was allied with them, and it was allied with Grimm. Grimm and LAMC hated each other. So that's what caused the divide between IRMC and LAMC. Because LAMC's higher-ups could not handle us not having beef with their enemies. They had such big egos that either we fought their enemies too, or we were their enemies.
yeah, and I fucking told him, James Chubbs, yeah, this is gonna be a fucking problem. Eventually we're gonna end up in a fight with one of them. He's like, nah, we're just gonna stand there. Well, you know, take lessons from World War I and World War II. Staying neutral doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, Grimm didn't do anything to us, but LAMC, because Grimm, the PS3 chapters for Grimm, they were very chill. They were chill.
Yeah.
They cared, but they didn't care enough to try to attack us. LAMC, being the fear tactic using douchebags with modders, of course they attacked us. Of course. Why wouldn't they? And it was bullshit ever since. There was this one girl that was a member of that crew. Forget her name. She was obsessed with Colin. She hated him.
Jade?
Yeah.
Yeah. That feminist dumbass. And I love it how her girlfriend was like, oh, she was talking about third world country feminism. No, she was talking about first world feminism, because all the things I asked were first world problems. So, yeah, she's kind of stupid. And then we came to the conclusion, even though she won't admit it. Which, by the way, according to the LAMC National Press, alright, our one viewer will be right back. According to the LAMC National Press, somehow I got Jade's Facebook banned when I was also banned on Facebook at the time. So, yeah.
What's wrong with her now?
Also, the national press has me blocked, and all the presidents, so-called presidents, I'm not sure if they are anymore, because none of them are going to talk to me, have me blocked.
It's pathetic.
It is.
They pretend to be so scary, they pretend to be so powerful, but they block people left and right.
Yeah.
Nobody is afraid of you on like a video game. If they are, they're either slow in the head or they're children.
There's this one guy, Battle Bitch, I call him. His name is Battle Buddy. He's the only one that doesn't have me blocked, but he still hasn't told me when we're gonna 1v1. So yeah, that was 4 weeks ago. So basically a month ago.
Battle Buddy was the first person I ever. I think it was him. It might have been that other dude that had B, A, and then a bunch of letters and numbers.
Oh no, it wasn't
But I think
4 weeks ago, was it? It was July 15th. Let me figure this out. Anyways, continue on.
He's the only person I ever got a patch rip on.
Yeah.
And the thing about Battle Buddy and Jade is that those two would pick on this special needs girl that Colin and I know. They would make fun of her for having her mental disabilities and just like I don't really like this girl because she can be kind of rude.
I'll be
but
right
they would
back.
use her.
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
Okay, they would use her mental disabilities against her, and then act like they've done nothing wrong. It's just pretty pathetic. I'll be back momentarily. He's got to feed his smoking addiction.
I don't think so.
The thing about the MC community, everybody in the community, besides the squeakers, have the biggest ego you will ever see on a person. They think that they are so superior because they played a game first, or because they bought a freaking motorcycle first. It's just the lamest shit you'll ever see.
Oh.
I am sorry that he is still gone. I would talk, but I don't really know what to say, because I think we've said everything that can be said about on that topic. Hey.
Hey. Oh, that's just a new subscriber. Don't worry about it, no.
What happened?
Sihaja or whatever. She kind of spammed the chat with all these questions and whatnot. And no one was asking who to I would like to clarify because I know there's gonna be someone who's gonna watch my live stream later on when we're done and be like, he hates all copycat crews, but he wants to join the Lost MC. No. I hate real life copycat crews. I don't care if it's an in-game crew like the Lost MC, Angels of Death, Ballas or whatever. That's in-game shit, you know. I'm pretty sure Rockstar likes that. It's when you're using a patch or a crew name without permission. That's when it annoys me.
You weren't talking about the meat and potatoes of this whole live stream. The tryhards that infect every game possible.
Oh yeah. If it's online game, then you're always gonna have tryhards. And like I said in our DMs, FPS is understandable. FPS is supposed to be a competition game. It's when you take GTA, all these games that were not meant to be competition games and turn them into competitions.
Some people argue and say Fortnite's a competition game because it's Battle Royale. That's true. It is a competition game. But why do you have to, why do these people have to try so hard at this? Why do they have to destroy the fun level, the fun aspect of a game to be better than everybody?
Exactly.
You'll get some little noob, or whatever you want to call him, that's just trying to have fun, and you got all these morons that will do anything in their power to kill that person, despite the fact that they're not a threat.
Yeah.
I mean, on GTA, you'll be trying to sell your little bunker business or whatever, and some guy that has millions upon millions of dollars will hop in a jet or something and come after you and kill you. And if you say, hey man, what the fuck, they'll tell you to hold this out or get good. How am I going to get any better if I can't even get any money to get better?
Exactly. Also, I have 2 versions of the Night Shark, one armor, one not armor. Because I wanted a normal version of the Night Shark. And, you know, since I was on the guest list, I got it for free. So...
Is it free forever now, or just one purchase?
That's what I'm looking right now. It was free for that week.
Oh.
Yeah.
So are we done live streaming?
I guess so. Well, it's gone on for 2 hours and 13 minutes. That's a normal live stream time.
There's nothing really left to talk about. We talked about everything.
Yeah. I'm turning it off now.